my 18th video. What have I achieved so far? Where's my channel going? In which direction? Well, 18 videos in. I'm not sure I really would have got here if it wasn't for a lot of discipline. I'm sure one thing, to reach a turning point in my life when a lot of things happened that were not completely in control, which is a rare thing for me. I found myself here on my 18th video, and I remember back 8 months ago how I was considering my first and second and third, and in this journey I have to say the first thing I've achieved is confidence. A lot. You see, when you maybe hold down a job and you're in your late 50s, it's pretty much difficult with the amount of time when you've got children, animals to look after. It's difficult to find the spare time, and it needs time to do these kinds of videos. But I found the time and I found the energy, and I just find myself very busy but happier than I was, and I have a confidence that is really a special kind of confidence in myself, because I'm used to now seeing myself a lot on the screen. I have to edit this, so this would be hours looking at myself on the screen, and as I've said in my other videos, I'm really happy with the results. Very happy, in fact. The confidence to be able in the future to speak on video. I can have the confidence because of years of being a DJ. Yeah, hello everybody. Since the 80s, 70s, well 80s actually, early 80s, and be able to be used to speaking on microphones. But to be speaking on microphone with a camera in my face is a different kind of thing. And I'm proud to say that I have the confidence now, and I have the awareness of what my past means to me, to be able to share that in my words whilst looking at you guys right into the camera. I've learned that one just on the Pocket 4, so I thought I could get a bit of a zoom there, but not happening. Anyway, confidence is really something else. And I'm very happy to have a lot more than I did in order to do these things. And to go on, to be able to teach others, to be able to use this in, my skills, my skill set to help other people. So, number 2, I understand search engine optimization, social media. I understand how the algorithms are working, how everything can be connected. I'm clicking on some things that I thought to myself, yeah, that's why that. If you put up a YouTube video, it's going to transcribe every word. It's like a human. It's like a human would sit down for hours and analyze everything, come back to you. Now, I've got a human for that, a good one. I mentioned before, some 3 videos have not gone up. I've got unfinished videos which I was going to talk about optimizing and getting to know your channel a bit better and what it's doing. But number 2 is for sure, I know much better the workings of social media. On my 18th video, I've also, well, on the 17th, but this is the 18th, I've changed some thumbnails, I've changed descriptions, I've used keywords and hashtags, and although I was used to doing websites before, I understand better how the whole thing's working, by exactly what I said. These algorithms, hashtags, all of these connected things, and the transcripts. Fantastic. I really know everything. Or not everything, but I know a lot more than I did. Number 3, I'm shocked how I kept it all quiet. How did I do that? First of all, when I first did it, I was looking for the ideas and I was talking to people, and my typical self, which I changed now, which is another big improvement. And I changed in a sense of like, oh yeah, you're doing that, you're doing this, yeah. I'm doing that, I'm doing this channel, I could put that exciting thing about covering glaciers on my channel. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm just so quiet about it all. Quiet and confident. And I'm really surprised how disciplined I am in terms of like keeping it in. And people could describe me as being like over-enthusiastic or enthusiastic, but for me, over-enthusiastic. And when you're getting a bit older, it becomes a bit tiresome to yourself, to others probably as well. So I haven't told anybody. I've mentioned it to my kids who are doing this, and my daughter's pretty good at it. But I haven't generally told anybody outside of that. I haven't said, oh, check my video, and shared the link. And it reminds me of possibly, making a meal. You eat a little bit. You spend there's a lot of flies around here. You spend a bit of time making it. You make the recipe. Right in my mouth that would go if I didn't let it. And then you eat a tiny bit, which doesn't really fill you up. But you save the rest for the next day, or you save part of it for someone else. And that's then, much more enjoyable when you eventually go to do it. There's a nice scene up here. I want to just show you that. Beautiful here. Just so you know. So that's really important to learn this discipline of keeping things to yourself, because, okay, most of the time it's pretty harmless, but there are some times when you know something that you really don't need to share. And if you're always used to, just blasting it out, I'm not sure it's a great thing. And to learn what I've learned, and to learn to keep this as quiet as I have, I'm quite shocked how I've done that. It's all right, I'm just looking now and didn't know that some of these roads here, so I have to walk back, are actually private. And it gives me a very special kind of thing that I like, that now I have some kind of things that I keep to myself. It could be also that I wanted to, for example, make a record and release it. And I make a record and release it under a different name, everything. Nobody would know it was me. I could do very well with the earnings. I've done this before, but it was pretty much out there. And it's a weird thing with media and stuff you do yourself, because the things that you're doing yourself, you always think you have to share them, and the people close to you should have an opinion about them, but that's not always the best way. It's not the best way, because those people are not involved with you. If you said you want somebody else to review it who did the same thing the week before, then good, that would work. But seriously, I'm very happy to have learnt, how keeping things a secret, if it's a secret, or keeping it under wraps, put it that way. You know, seriously, I feel it. I'm on the path to blowing up. Probably if you have a look now, down in my views you see and likes and subscribe numbers, you're just going to start laughing your head off. Go ahead. I'm on the path to blowing up. I know it's 8 months. I know it's 18 videos. I'm a bit sporadic. It's not like putting one every week out. I sometimes do 2. I sometimes do in a month. I sometimes do 3. I sometimes do 2 in a week, as you can see. But now I'm getting to this point where it's just a feeling. I look at the statistics. I do a bit of analysis. And I really believe that I could probably do another 20 and there might not be any shift. The strange thing when I'm saying this right now is that I think on each video I've had about 2 extra views in the last week or 2. And some of them are really dragging. Have a look. I would really appreciate some comments if this reaches you and you could help me. Sometimes on techniques or some other areas I could help others. I could make comments too. So I would really appreciate that if you don't mind. I learned to be more disciplined, as I said before, and I learned to be tougher. If you see some of these videos from 6 months ago, I end up doing them in the car because I was willing to do like walks like this one. I'll put this out a little bit so you can have a bit more, you know, videos like this one where I'm outside, but it wasn't the weather for it. But if you see in some of them, it was very icy. I could hardly walk on the ice. I'm just trying to think of those videos. I'll come back to that. And, you know, I end up in the car because I thought, no, I'm going to do this video. It isn't going to stop me. Nothing is going to stop me. So I'll sit in my car. At least it's one I really like, and I like the interior design, and I like the soundproofing in the car. And I would do that in the car with the heater on. And they come out good. I get some good views out of it. I get across the messages. Some feedback I got were to say, well, that's my favorite video. So all pretty good. Sometimes I've been making a video, putting it up, and then from that I get the idea for the next one. And that's amazing because, you know, as time goes by and I put my suggestions up, I had one or 2 recently that I deleted. There's going to be one about my car, which I put up and I'll make the points about. But the thing is, you know, there's like, you were thinking, oh my, you know, this is one of the only times at the moment where I don't have anything, or I didn't when I looked in my notes, because I update my notes and put the ideas when I'm in a situation where I'm feeling quite creative. And in that case, then I saw that the whole thing's blank, except it said Joy, which is the name of my Tesla, and it said static filmmaking, which is where you just put the camera down and you know, you just put the camera on cinematic and film just one area. Sometimes if you're not moving the camera much, I was much recently wanting that I'm not moving the camera so much. The most annoying thing, apart from audio obviously, the most annoying thing is when somebody's jittering around the camera, and it's so annoying to me as well. So I'm doing that a lot less and trying to keep the camera still. But yeah, that's a great point, that how much material can I produce, and a lot of offshoots are coming from different things. I have sometimes like, what should I do, you know, rather than, you know, what do you think the people want? That's sometimes the way it can work in my brain. We're experiencing like a lot of days of heat wave at the moment, so some of these ideas just I can't put down without a clear head. But I feel like I still want to put videos up, but I'm going to be on holiday soon, so I'm not sure what the situation's going to be like that, but again, lots of material to be able to go up, practical, and a lot to help other people. And that's one of the benefits about having now an 18th video, and which direction I'm going to go. I'm out using the equipment, getting to know it a lot better, what I can do with it, and if you've got 2 or 3 cameras, you can, have to get to know them really well, what kind of shots you can do, and you can just suddenly pick up and do a bit of B-roll. And with the other camera, but I haven't got it here. So always using the equipment. I neglected a bit my new Sony a7C II. I have to get that out soon anyway, for some birthdays, weddings, ceremonies. All good, all a success story. And advice to you: use all your camera equipment and make these kind of videos. I'm sure this one, as I lead up to blowing up on my YouTube channel, Parkstone Productions, I'm sure this is of use to a few people. Even if you think that the videos you're making are not useful to anybody, you'll be wrong, because they are. They're useful to somebody when YouTube is pushing it out there. Is how you're dealing with other people. Just then, people came up, and what you can do with your equipment if you want to keep it running, how to lose that kind of shyness, which I've talked about in other videos. I would like to say thank you very much for coming on this little journey with me on my 18th video, and I hope to see you back here soon, produced by Parkstone Productions. Thank you.